In the final years of the Eastern Han Dynasty, a period marked by chaos and warfare, the land was rife with ambition, betrayal, and fierce warriors. Among these men, one name would rise from the ashes of outlawry to become a legendary figure in the annals of the Three Kingdoms: Gan Ning, the Tiger of the Wu Kingdom. Born in the mountains of Wu, Gan Ning was a man forged by hardship and conflict. In his youth, he was no different from the countless other bandits who roamed the land, seeking fortune and freedom in a lawless world. Leading a gang of outlaws, he lived by the blade, striking fear into the hearts of the wealthy and powerful. For many, he was nothing more than a common criminal.
Oh, well, first I'm gonna have to teach you how to choose some better prey!
Oh, thank you!
But even in this life of plunder, there was an unmistakable fire in Gan Ning, an unyielding drive, a hunger for something greater. Despite his reputation, Gan Ning was no fool. He saw through the endless cycle of violence and knew that the world he was living in would only lead to ruin.
Actually, Gan Ning makes a good point.
His turning point came in a bitter betrayal. After a bloody confrontation with a rival gang, Gan Ning's men were decimated. He was left with nothing: no friends, no riches, and no future. Standing amidst the wreckage of his former life, he found himself at a crossroads. Continue on the path of destruction, or seize the chance for something more. It was in this moment of solitude and reflection that Gan Ning decided to leave behind his outlaw past and seek a new path. One that would lead him to the service of Sun Quan, the ruler of the Kingdom of Wu.
We must move on, and we must become stronger still.
It was no easy decision. Many saw him only as a bandit, a man with a past too tainted to be trusted. But Sun Quan, the young and ambitious ruler of Wu, saw in Gan Ning the potential of a man who could fight not for wealth or personal gain, but for something far greater: the future of Wu.
Forward, until our very fangs are snapped!
And so, Gan Ning took his first steps into the world of loyalty and service. No longer a thief, he became a soldier, fighting for the survival and rise of Wu in a land where every kingdom was vying for power. Gan Ning wasted no time proving his worth. Though his rise was not without suspicion, his courage and tactical brilliance soon won over those who doubted him. On the battlefield, he was unstoppable. His daring raids, swift strikes, and ability to outmaneuver enemies quickly became the stuff of legend. He became known for his unorthodox tactics. Unlike many generals who followed conventional strategies, Gan Ning was known for his boldness, often taking risks that others would hesitate to take. He struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, especially the forces of Wei, the rival kingdom to the north.
Attack! Enemy attack!
You go. We've been spotted.
All right. We're close enough now. Come on, both of you.
Oh, yeah!
Fight time!
Here we go again. Every time.
One of his most famous rivalries was with Zhang Liao, one of the greatest generals of Wei. The two men, fierce warriors in their own right, clashed numerous times. Though Gan Ning never managed to defeat Zhang Liao in direct combat, their encounters became a symbol of the brutal and unpredictable nature of the Three Kingdoms. In battle, Gan Ning and Zhang Liao became mirror images of each other. Both proud, both unyielding, each determined to claim victory. Their rivalry was legendary, but it was a rivalry built on respect. Each knew the other's strength and courage, and though they were enemies, both generals admired one another's ability on the field of battle.
Zhang Liao, wasn't it? Nice to see you again.
You, Gan Ning.
But time, as it does with all men, took its toll on Gan Ning. His once unstoppable body began to show signs of age. Yet even in his later years, his spirit remained unbroken.
That wasn't half enough for me. Come on. Let's go attack Hefei again, right now.
As the years passed, Gan Ning's reputation continued to grow, but his health declined. He had spent much of his life fighting, and now, the time had come for him to reflect on what he had achieved.
All right. Then let's head back.
In his final days, Gan Ning's mind remained sharp, and his loyalty to Sun Quan never wavered. He knew that the fate of Wu rested on the shoulders of the younger generation, but the warrior in him could not fully accept the idea of laying down his sword.
We have come this far at the cost of many of our comrades' lives.
And so, Gan Ning passed from this world, but his legacy endured. From bandit to hero, from outlaw to general, his journey was one of redemption, of loyalty, and of unyielding courage. His name, forever etched in the history of the Three Kingdoms, became synonymous with the spirit of Wu. Brave, resilient, and unstoppable.
Are those bells? It can't be! Gan Ning?
Look, the famous general.
Yeah, that's right. I am Gan Ning of the Bells. It's true. But, now I'm retired.
Gan Ning, the Tiger of Wu. A man who fought not for glory, but for the future of his kingdom. A man who transformed himself, and in doing so, transformed the very history of the Three Kingdoms.
We must wipe out the enemy. Let us protect this beautiful place.